They wait like groupies outside a hotel for a kind of rock star with 4 paws and a tail, whose traveling tail leads through Chicago.
He's just celebrity.
He's been on TV, I don't know how many times.
Everyone loves Poe.
Are they all waiting here?
The dozens gathered never met each other.
Thank you guys for coming out.
But Thomas Neil Rodriguez knows them. They're followers of his dog Poe from his Instagram account, Poe the Dog's Big Adventure. The lab mix, named after author Edgar Allan Poe, shares his road trips with about 118,000 followers, making recent stops at Michael Jackson's childhood home, Millennium Park, and Navy Pier. It is all part of his big journey.
Because I don't know how much time I have with him.
Sadly, that journey is coming to an end.
He's in renal failure.
It's sad to see.
He does have a bunch of tumors.
I know he has a lot of bad days.
They're like time bombs. So he could last a year, he could last 2 days.
Rodriguez and his fiancée are spending those final moments traveling the nation with a shelter dog they adopted as an 8-week-old puppy. It is sometimes difficult to watch the now 15-year-old. He needs help getting around, travels in a cart, and requires near round-the-clock care.
You're a good boy.
Some question if this is best for the dog, but others meeting Poe and his family in person come to a different conclusion.
The love that they provide for him, it's unconditional.
It's financially, spiritually, like emotionally taxing. This is our therapy. And when, unfortunately, the day he's not around, like I can remember this.
They don't know when Poe's adventure will end, but they'll enjoy what time remains, sharing it with thousands moved by his life and lessons learned on the road.
He's living every day, and kind of tells me I should do that too.
The sounds of agony fill the intersection of Erie and Kilpatrick.
I see my mom on the floor bleeding. Of course I'm gonna feel some type. I'm gonna be in some kind of shock.
That would be the final time Letitia Jones saw her mother alive. She says 57-year-old Betty Jones was called by her landlord to open up the shared front door for police. Mother of 5 was shot at least once by an officer and later died. Chicago Police Department says they responded to a call for help there around 4:25 Saturday morning. The landlord was threatened by his son, 19-year-old Quintonio Legrier.
He wasn't just a thug on the street. He was an honor student in college and high school.
The teen's mother, Janet Cooksey, says over the past few months, her only child struggled with mood swings. Saturday, he had a bat, and the family had the hope calling police would get him help.
7 bullets was put in my son. 7. That's a bit much. 8 shots was fired. 1 hit an innocent lady that was just opening her door. Something is wrong with this picture.
They were confronted by a combative individual.
Chicago police gave a short statement to the media.
The matter is under investigation by the Independent Police Review Authority, and further questions regarding this matter should be directed to them. Thank you.
2 families coping with loss. 2 families searching for comfort and answers. The line was long, the wait was longer.
We out here, man. Been here 3 days, 4 days, Mike, just for you, bro.
Hundreds seeking scarce Michael Jordan shoes.
Jumpman, them boys up to something.
We're gonna keep one, maybe sell 2.
5 stores in the country receive the OVOs.
People go crazy for those.
It's very rare, very hard to find.
But what Sabrina Curtis and family search for
I didn't come here to buy shoes.
isn't sold in any store.
My faith and my heart told me that he was here.
Sabrina's brother saw pictures of the long lines posted on social media and happened to spot a family member she hadn't seen for more than a decade.
So I came from Waukegan.
She walked around the lengthy line, getting help from strangers.
There's like a culture. It's kind of like your family.
Sneakers bring the whole world together, man.
Until one soul waiting for shoes was reunited with another. Her nephew, Jeremy Henderson, came in from Memphis for the sneakers, not realizing it would turn into a family reunion.
She haven't seen me in over 15 years. I miss you too.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
I was overwhelmed.
Shoes brought the masses to one store. Not many can say it brought a family together.
Michael Jordan never did nothing for me.
And Mike's the man. Shout out to Mike.
But in a sense, he brought me closer and helped me find my relative.
In the outer outfields of a ballpark built on history, A kind of Cubs throwback rounds the grounds of the friendly confines.
It's a car to be seen.
This is really cool.
What's it doing here?
Yeah, I'm back in the 80s.
They point, they pull the cameras out.
Pretty cool.
I'm a huge Back to the Future fan.
The pilot of his 1981 DeLorean is Tom Sidor.
I'm the official time machine operator. So in 1985, when the movie came out, I had to have a DeLorean.
I had no idea the car was still in existence.
It speaks to something more important, and that is a Cubs victory.
That passed Back to the Future 2 script at Chicago, winning it all in the present.
We're here.
And over the past 4 months, the team's play motivated this engineer by day to work hundreds of hours, day and night.
Because there's a lot of parts to it, and you got to make sure they fit well. This is a Menard special. Mr. Fusion is purchased a la Amazon.com. Harnesses the energy from the flux field in the front to the flux capacitor. Do that, you get your 1.21 gigawatts, you're good to go. This thing is not a monster. It's got 130 horsepower.
But what it lacks in go, it makes up for in show, turning heads and even snouts.
A lot of smiles on people's faces, that's for sure.
The number-focused engineer calls the movie's prediction mere coincidence.
This is wild.
Others wonder if it's where good fortune and good timing finally intersect on the north side.
Fate, time, destiny. It is it. It is meeting.
Jeremy Ross, CBS 2 News. This story doesn't start with a gush of news. It begins with a drip.
It's because you see it's still running.
It continues with concerns about a fall or a slip.
Sliding on the ice.
Duct tape.
They wrapped the raincoat around, then they got the duct tape and wrapped the duct tape around trying to stop it from leaking.
Not sure what that is.
And it's still leaking.
Broken for months and months.
Somewhere underneath the makeshift Band-Aid for a leak, you'll see the fire hydrant in 43rd and Champlain. This tale of the tape extends to downtown as well. Pictures show now fixed hydrants in Wabash and another bagged and taped on State.
You don't take nothing like that up. You fix that.
If your house is on fire, do you depend on that hydrant?
Oh, no, man.
Well, if they had seen the tape and plastic on it, they would have immediately gone to the next hydrant.
Gary Litherland of the Department of Water says firefighters would instead go to a hydrant less than 300 feet away. He calls the tape jobs something neighbors did. Our call to his office fixed the problem, and he's calling on neighbors to alert the city so future leaks don't linger.
We try to get to them all within 24 hours.